it's just me, myself, and Mandy, and today we're opening the November Super Yum Box. I have been sick recently, and I am healing, but still on the tail end of it, so that's why I'm in the living room right now, and we're making it all work. We're making it work. So, let's see where we went this month. Ooh, Scandinavia. Each box has a fun little card that has different information and tidbits about the food in the area. And then there's a scorecard on the back so you can rate the yums. We also have a lovely booklet that tells us about each of our yums that we'll be looking at. Let's dive in. Ooh, okay, the first one's not going to be a great one for me. This first one's going to be interesting. Because the first one, I mean, it's popcorn, and it's kettle popcorn, which is great, but the first one is jalapeno kettle popcorn.
Spiced with seasoning from central Denmark, we have a wonderful man named Klaus Pilgaard, aka Chili Klaus, to thank for this wonderful yum. In the early 2000s, Danish-born Klaus Pilgaard first tasted spicy food as a university student in London. It took him nearly 20 years to try some heat because in Denmark, spicy food isn't so common. He was so excited about spice that he began growing his own chili peppers, then making videos sharing his violently spicy peppers with Danish celebrities. Since then, spice has slowly crept into the Danish cuisine and popcorn.
Let's try it. Yeah, it has the jalapeno flavor, but it's not like really hot and spicy. Because I don't do hot and spicy. That's not bad. Okay, after having a few more, there's a little bit of heat that's kind of setting in. Just a little bit. Just like a tiny little bit of heat that's just kind of creeping in a smidge bit. Just a smidgen. But it's just a little bit. Just a touch. Okay, this next one I am interested in. This is the chive and sour cream potato chip.
Scandinavia's most iconic flavor. In Norway and Denmark, no flavor combo is more classic than sour cream and onion. Well, except for sour cream, onion, and pickled fish. Speckslid, a dish of pickled herring topped with sour cream and fresh onion, is a beloved local specialty, and has been ever since medieval fishermen first began pickling to prevent their catches from spoiling. Lucky for folks less excited about fermented fish, locals now leave the fish to the dish and only carry the sour cream and onion over to the snacks. The only pickle you'll find with these flavorful snacks is your struggle to make them last.
All right, let's try it. That's an odd one. That I usually like most sour cream chips. I like chive. That one just didn't quite come together. Honestly, they said herring, and yeah, I can almost slightly taste herring, even though I don't think it's supposed to be in the flavor. It just, the way the flavors come together. I really wanted to like this one, and it just kind of is weird. It's kind of weird. I'm not crazy about that one. We'll switch to something sweet now. We've got a milk and dark chocolate marshmallow bar.
Denmark's twist on Rocky Road, in a bar. Marshmallow and Denmark have gone hand in hand since the 1800s. That's when Danes created the flavor flødeboller, I'm so sorry about my pronunciation, cream bun, a fluffy marshmallow cream puff covered in a hard shell of milk chocolate. It spawned a love of marshmallows so intense that Denmark now produces a whopping 800 million marshmallows every year. In front of you is an exciting take on the beloved fluff, with both the milk and dark chocolate covering every inch.
Yep, that's got marshmallow. Smells like chocolate. Let's try. Very chewy. Yeah, it's pretty good. It definitely was marshmallow in the middle. Had that very puffy, chewy marshmallow thing going on. But, and usually I don't like marshmallow stuff. I'm not a big fan of the marshmallow candies, but that's not bad. It had pretty good flavor, and the chocolate was fantastic. So it wasn't hit out of the park. I wouldn't go buy it because I'm not crazy about marshmallow, but it was not bad. I won't be struggling to finish this one. So. Oh, interesting. Okay. Tomato and spiced potato snack.
Super crispy, cheesy, with an acidic tang. Back in the 19th century, getting a snack like this together would have required a lot of Danish spice traders. Cayenne, garlic, and paprika. There are a lot of spices in this snack. Because of their extensive travels, Danish spice traders often remained unmarried, earning the nickname peppersevens, or pepper dudes, basically bachelors. Today, this bit of history has spawned a spicy tradition. If a Dane is single on their 25th birthday, their friends would tie them up and coat them with cinnamon. If they're still single on their 30th, they're doused with pepper. We'd probably opt out if we had the choice. Think of the sneezing. Unless these uber popular cracker chips were involved.
Okay, let's see. That's not bad. It does have some spice, but it's like in the middle. You start with some of that tomatoey flavor, and you definitely still get that potato flavor. It's got that stronger potato flavor, and it's pretty good. And then you get some spice, and then the spice backs off again, and then it just finishes out with tomato. I like that. All right, next we have the cocoa-filled oat cookies. That sounds promising.
Crispy cookies with a rich chocolatey center. This story might sound like a Hans Christian Andersen tale, but it's real. In 1864, Karen Voff was born in a tiny village in Denmark. As a teen, she worked as a kitchen manager, developing her skills as a chef and businesswoman. By age 26, she'd saved enough money to fulfill her dream, opening a bakery. Her treats soon won over Copenhagen socialites. Her business exploded, and Karen Voff became a household name. The best part? Her happily ever after is a happily even after for us, too. 150 years later, we still get to savor her crispy, chocolate-filled cookies.
Let's try it. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's good chocolate in the center of it. And I think it comes together really nicely. I enjoyed it, okay? Yeah, it's nice and crispy. It's got good flavor. It's a very light and fluffy, or light and crispy cookie. And it is delicious. Next we have the dill and chive potato chips.
Scandinavia's favorite flavor. Have you ever smelled or tasted a spice and immediately associated with a particular cuisine? For India, it might be cumin, or perhaps tangy mustard seeds make you think of Germany. But across Scandinavia, and particularly in Sweden, dill is the herb that immediately makes you think, ah yes, this is Scandinavian food. From tangy pickled herring to garnishes for cured salmon, this distinctive herb makes an appearance in more dishes than we can count. It's no surprise that locals crave the herb so much that they've also added it to crunchy snacks like these potato chips as well. Take a taste and you'll be just as obsessed.
Dill. Let's try. Yeah, that's really good. I really like the dill chips that you can find in the grocery store. It tastes a lot like the ones that I get in the grocery store, which are amazing. It has a little bit of an extra flavor in there from the chives, I guess, but it blends together really well. I really like these. Raspberry gummy skulls.
Sweet, sour, and super chewy. In Sweden, citizens have the right to roam, meaning they can legally walk, hike, swim, and most importantly, pick berries on any land, public or private. Locals take full advantage of this policy, spending hours combing Sweden's dense forest for fresh berries, from tart blueberries, a favorite of the Scandinavian brown bear, to super sour lingonberries, to sweet orange cloudberries. The most coveted variety, wild raspberries. With these juicy, chewy raspberry gummies, we're granting your taste buds the right to roam the Swedish forest of candy.
I am a big raspberry fan, so let's see. Ooh, it's sour. Ooh, that's sour. Ooh, that's sour. Okay, now it's sweet. Yeah, that's really good. I really, really like that one. It started out really sour, and then it got nice and sweet. It had that really good raspberry flavor, and it was a little more of a firm gummy. So it wasn't like a gummy. It was just a chewy candy. So it didn't get like super stuck in my teeth, which I really appreciate. Next, we have rum icing coated cookies.
Crumbly cookies with decadent rum flavor. In Denmark, sweets are practically a national pastime. In fact, it's likely you've already tasted Danish cookies without even realizing it. You know those big tins of butter cookies you see during the holidays? Or in your grandmother's house, the tin that should be filled with cookies but is actually full of sewing supplies? Absolutely. Those are Danish butter cookies. Personally, we think these cookies, iced with delightful and alcohol-free rum flavor, are even better. And don't worry, you won't find your grandma's sewing kit in this box.
My poor cookies. The packaging on this one is not going to get an A+, because they're just thrown all around in there. And they are crumbling. But the flavor is what matters. Yeah, it does have an interesting scent to it. I guess that's the rum icing. What's that? Interesting flavor too. Yeah, it's a very like nutty kind of flavor. Nutty and sugary. Now the cookie, it's a wonderful, soft, crumbly cookie, which is also probably why they're trying to break apart so easy. It's a very nice crumbly cookie. But it's okay. I really like the cookie. The icing, I'm okay with. It's a little strong for me, personally. Raspberry filled dark chocolate bar.
With Danish jammy filling for max indulgence. Danes love their raspberries. They love them in Hadsenbergschnitter, a mouthful of a word, but basically a fancy Pop-Tart. They love them in cold pudding. They love them in fluffy layer cakes, but they especially love them in chocolate. This chocolate-covered raspberry jam is mirror-like on the inside, so shiny it's almost too pretty to eat. Almost. You should easily be able to adopt the position of the Danes and polish off this raspberry confection in no time.
Oh my goodness, it's so wiggly. Yeah, that is just a big chunk of like raspberry jelly stuff with a little bit of chocolate around it. All right, let's try it. Okay. I wasn't sure what that was going to be like, but that's good. It's got a nice tart raspberry, and the chocolate kind of helps round that flavor out. That's pretty good. Next, we have our drink, which still baffles me, and I love it. Cloudy lemon soda.
The drink of Danish royalty. All hail the queen of the yums. That's what we're calling this lemon soda now, and not just because it's royally good. See the little crown on the can, followed by the word by appointment to the royal Danish court? Not just anyone can slap that on their product. In fact, there are only 106 brands that are able to. In order to qualify, your product needs to show an established history of being served to the royal court. That's right, the Queen of Denmark herself has likely enjoyed this soda, and now you can too.
It smells very, very lemony.
Bubble of it was Alka-Seltzer.
Now you're making me think of lemon-flavored Alka-Seltzer.
Nasty.
Well, my parents are off camera, taste testing, same day. And now my mom has gotten in my head Alka-Seltzer. So now it just tastes like lemon Alka-Seltzer to me. So thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
It's not bad. It definitely has a decently strong lemon taste. So at least it's not like, you know, the flavored waters that have just the barely a hint of flavor. I can't do those. But the lemon flavor it has, I'm not super crazy about it. And yeah, basically Alka-Seltzer, lemon Alka-Seltzer is what I'm going for here. If it was in the room and that was the drink we had out, I'd drink it, but I don't think I would buy it. The next one we have is the Marsan vanilla sauce. Now this is one that you prepare in the kitchen and put over something. So we're not going to taste test this now, but I will check it out later and see how it is. So next is chocolate banana marshmallows.
Fluffy marshmallow coated with dark chocolate. If you were tasting this yum in the late 1800s Denmark, first, congratulations on being a time traveler, and second, you'd likely be either rich or royalty. Back then, bananas were only just starting to make their way to the north, and importing them was ridiculously expensive. That meant that only the truly wealthy could afford to try them. Luckily, that's not the case today, and Danes all over the country can enjoy bananas all year long, including in these fluffy chocolate-covered marshmallows.
All right, let's try it. Well, that is exactly what it said it is. Chocolate, banana, and marshmallow. Got that, I think it's dark chocolate again. The banana in the middle just tastes like standard artificial banana flavor. Maybe a little bit on the better side of artificial banana flavor, but the chocolate, it complements it nicely. But it is still a marshmallow. So, brown butter truffles.
Meet Sweden's secret ingredient. The secret spice that makes all Swedish food delicious isn't a spice at all. And if you haven't already guessed by the name of this yum, we'll tell you now. It's browned butter. By gently simmering it, the ingredient lightly caramelizes, creating a warm, nutty, decadent flavor that goes amazingly in sauces, in Swedish meatballs, baked into cookies, and transformed into luscious chocolate truffles like this.
Let's try. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. It had good chocolate layer around it. The cream in the middle was very chocolatey. It tasted kind of like brown sugar chocolate. That was nice. I enjoyed that one. Chocolatey cookie dough balls.
Creamy Swedish cookie dough filling? Yum! Get this. The delicious cookie dough filled chocolate ball you're holding in your palm originally started off as a honey capsule. What's a honey capsule? Well, no one knows, because their founder, Carl Prinzel, quickly realized they were a bust, a true pioneer of the International Day of Failure. Soon after, he began making small plastic packets of hazelnut cream, which eventually turned into hazelnut cream filled balls, which turned into these cookie dough filled balls 100 years later. Talk about a sweet success.
Smells very sweet. Not good. It doesn't taste like the cookie dough flavor I'm used to though, where there's more chocolate chip with it. It's
good.
It's like a cookie dough that's heavier on the brown sugar and just a little bit lighter on the chocolate. But the chocolate around the outside still complemented it really nice. That was really good. I enjoyed that. And then this one also did come with a game. It's called Gnav, something like that. Play one of Scandinavia's oldest games. Looks intriguing. I'm not going to play that today, but we'll definitely check this out later because I'm curious about that. Next we have gingerbread toffee, which is perfect for going into the holiday season.
Pepperkax Cola. When it comes to gingerbread, the US and Sweden have a lot in common. Swedish gingerbread, locally known as pepparkakor, sorry for my pronunciation, is a traditional holiday treat, considered essential at Christmas parties. And just like in the US, the spiced cookies are commonly used to construct elaborately delicious gingerbread houses. But there is one gingerbread tradition that sets Sweden apart from the US, and you're holding it. Locally referred to as nax, this chewy toffee is infused with all the festive flavor of pepparkakor, no baking required.
It smells gingerbready.
Okay, see.
Definitely toffee. It's already sticking to my teeth. It's almost like when you get a cheap brand of gingerbread and it's been sitting there for a few days and it's a little stale and it doesn't have quite the right flavor combination. Maybe it's a little bit burnt. It's kind of what this tastes like to me. It's in the ballpark. I get what they were going for. It just didn't quite come together right. We saved the worst for last. This one is not going to be good. If you have any doubts about that, you just have to read the description where they tell you multiple times it's not going to be good and you're going to spit it out and just see how long you can keep it in your mouth. Salted licorice caramel.
Try Finnish black gold. In Finland, salty licorice is nothing short of a national treasure, locally referred to as black gold. And yet, tourists often wind up spitting it out. What makes the sweet so divisive? It's made with salmac, ammonium chloride, which is so intensely salty it was once used as a medicine to clear sinuses. In fact, historians believe the combo was first created to help children take their meds. Ready to see where you stand? Give it a try and decide for yourself. Does it taste like medicine or treasure?
So intensely salty, once used as a medicine to clear sinuses. Maybe I should have used this to clear all of my sinus stuff. Nope, not worth it. Not worth it. Just kind of a little bit of toffee smell. All right, let's try it. It's so not helping! Oh, that's bad. My mother hates me.
What'd you do?
The whole time. See, they're salty like you know, salted caramel salty. That's nice. That's delicious. Then they're salty like we just scraped the bottom of the ocean to collect salt and dumped it in this candy. It's not that it's salty. It's that it's terribly salty. Like it's a terrible salt flavor. And with that licorice, it was just so bad. It was so bad. I'm sure there's somebody in some part of the world that likes that, surely. But I just cannot fathom it. Well, that was a box. There were a few really good things. There were some pretty good things. There were a few that were like, okay. They were just trying to soften us up so we could handle the horridness of that last one, which was made all the worse by my lovely, just caring, loving mother. Who's over here making gagging sounds and retching sounds while I'm trying to taste and trying not to spit out the terrible, terrible candy that was. She's very proud of herself right now. To be fair, it is her birthday weekend, and I make her taste all these things every month, and she does not like the vast majority of them, so I suppose it was payback. So happy birthday to you, Mother. All right. Well, I think we are going to leave this there, and I am going to go get out the mouthwash to get rid of this flavor. I hope you, all the rest of you, not you, future mother watching this, but all of the rest of you, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!